I'm Sarah Prado, renal dietitian at Puget Sound Kidney Centers, and today I'm going to show you how to make tofu tacos with a black bean Santa Fe salad. So first we're going to make the Santa Fe salad. And in here I have black beans that are no added salt. You can find them in the store with lower sodium options, but I was able to find no added salt. And then there's a cup of corn. I used frozen corn, but you can use canned corn as well. You just want to be sure to look at the sodium levels. Next thing I'm going to add is roasted red pepper. This is in the jar. I just looked for the lowest sodium option. If you wanted to make it really low sodium, you could roast your own, but not all of us have that time. So we're going to add the roasted red pepper. And then we have 1 cup of avocado, and you'll notice that there's a pit in here, and what I've done is left the pit in here because the pit has a lot of natural vitamin E and oils that will help the avocado from browning. So I'm just going to take that out, set it here on this plate, and then I'm going to add the avocado. And this is about 1 medium avocado. So I'll just give that a quick stir. And I really love this salad because it's so beautiful. Lots of colors and lots of flavor. And you'll notice I haven't added any salt yet. And then here I have the dressing, which is lime, olive oil, cilantro, garlic, and chili powder and black pepper. And I'll just pour that in. And one thing about this salad is that it saves really well in the fridge. If you wanted to make it ahead of time, what you could do is leave out the avocado and the cilantro and then add that right before you were going to serve it. So a really quick and easy, flavorful black bean Santa Fe relish. So now next we're going to make the tofu. And what I've done over here is I have a block of tofu. And when you buy tofu in the store, it comes in a package with some liquid in it. And what you're going to do is drain the liquid, and then you're going to wrap it with some paper towels in between 2 plates, and then you're going to put something heavy on it. And what that does is it drains out the liquid. And then I'm just going to take 2 forks here, and I'm just going to mash it. If you wanted to, you could mash it with your hands instead, but sometimes that's a little bit messy. So just smashing it up, and you're just kind of looking for the consistency of what would look like if you were having, ground meat or something. But we're going to be using this healthy alternative. And then we're going to add taco seasoning. So I made this blend at home, just no salt added taco seasoning. You can buy things in the store like Mrs. Dash. The one that I made just has garlic, onion, chili powder, crushed red peppers, some black pepper, and some garlic. So we're just going to put that in there and give that a mix. Then we're going to add some lemon juice or lime juice. Lemons would work too in a pinch if you didn't have any lime juice. And then 2 tablespoons of cilantro. So tofu really doesn't have a lot of flavor. It takes on the flavors of whatever you add to it. So this will be a nice Mexican seasoning for our tacos. All right, so let's go get the oven and start on the stove. So on here I have a pan on medium heat, and we're just going to let it heat up with a little bit of olive oil. So I'm just going to coat the pan with the olive oil, and then I'm going to add some red onion and some garlic. So if you don't have fresh garlic at home, you could always use the jarred garlic. Trader Joe's sells a frozen garlic that you can use in cubes, and each cube is equal to a clove. Or you can use fresh, and if you don't, in a pinch, you can always use the dried garlic as well. So I'm just going to let this heat up for a minute. Then we'll put this in. And I like using the red onion just because, again, it adds a little bit more color to the dish. So we're just going to cook this until you can start to see the onions get translucent. And this is just going to bring a lot of flavor to the tofu. And like I said earlier, tofu really doesn't have that much flavor, so all those spices and herbs and then the garlic and onion are really going to flavor it. And if you wanted to add a little bit more flavor, you could always have this sit for a little bit longer so it marinates with the flavors. And you can experiment with adding different types of flavors. So I'm just going to saute this for a minute. just like I said, to get some of those aromatics going, so you'll start to smell the onion, and then you'll also see that translucent part of the onion. And it's really starting to smell quite delicious in here. So just a couple more minutes with the onions. Give it a nice shake. So I'm going to go ahead and add my tofu now. And the tofu doesn't have to be cooked for very long. It's more kind of how brown you want it and the texture that you want from the tofu. It should take about 10 minutes or so to get this nice and warm and flavorful and ready to be served as tacos. So one of the things that can be challenging is when you're looking for what to use as a vessel for this filling. It can be kind of challenging because in the store, when you go into the store, the tortilla aisle can be really overwhelming. There's quite a lot of choices there. So one of the things that you want to look for is for finding things that don't have a lot of added phosphorus. So there's a couple of brands that you can find, and I'll talk about that more in class. If you're a diabetic, you want to focus more so on the corn tortillas because they're going to have a lot less carbohydrates. And a lot of times you can find those corn tortillas without a lot of extra salt, even the hard shell tortillas. Generally, you can serve this in a hard shell or a soft taco shell. I generally like to serve it in a hard shell because the tofu is a little bit more soft and I like the crunch from the hard shell taco. So you'll cook this for about 10 minutes or so. All right, so I think this is done now, and we're going to plate it. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of the filling here. And then I have some hard shell blue tacos, and if you wanted to, you could heat these up just so they're a little bit more crispy, but then you just put the filling in the tacos. You can put the filling in the tacos, or you can make the filling as a side dish, or the black bean salad as a side dish. So we'll just put that in with the tacos. We'll top it with a little bit of lettuce. Your favorite hot sauce like Tabasco is a good choice. Not a lot of salt, but gives you some more flavor. And then if you wanted some more lime, you can put some more lime. We'll put some grapes on the side, and I'll grab that salad. So a real easy and delicious way to eat plant proteins. Tofu tacos with black bean Santa Fe salad. Enjoy!